And hello to everyone in District 2. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. Over the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of talk about reapportionment and redistricting and which direction that the council is going, and also a racial polarization study. Today, the council voted to lay over for 4 months the voting on the reapportionment and redistricting portion of the ordinance for redistricting. And that simply means that it'll be laid over 4 months. It was also assigned to the Administrative Services Committee, which will probably convene in the next 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully early March, first or second week in March, or maybe third week, depending on the availability of all the council members. Redistricting has been at the height of everything. We all know that the population in the city says or suggests that there should be or could be a possible fourth minority or black district. And we're very close to that. Matter of fact, by voting population age, we're there. But whether or not it's sustainable is another thing. And whether or not it gives the opportunity is another thing. Also, for an elected official in years to come, maybe in the next election cycle or the one after that. We were gracious today to have 5 votes to, again, lay that over for 4 months so that it can be discussed in the public, and so that all the information can be gotten out to all of the districts via resolution that was passed by the council earlier this year. We also talked about the program funding for a new animal shelter or facility in the city. In today's meeting, I suggested that that the previous council had an ad hoc committee on animals and dogs and stray cats and everything else, and that we should first follow their recommendations before we go out and spend another $30,000 on another independent study that suggests that we do it even in more depth than what was done the first time. I was given some information on Team Shelter and what they do as far as programming, but I haven't read all the way through that yet to know exactly what to tell you. So next week, that'll be back on the agenda again. And if you choose to speak to that or have anything to say to that, please send it in to us. I'll be very interested in what you have to say about animal shelter or animal facilities within the city of Mobile. We have a community meeting coming up in Plateau at the Hope Center on March 15th. We're going to be talking about the rezoning of the old lad supply area. Please be there. This will be very important because it has a lot of interest to the community out there. It's within a rock's throw of the Jake's Lane area of Plateau, and that's where the gardens are in that area too. So I hope to see everyone there. We're sending out cards for the meeting. Hopefully you'll have them soon. We'll also be talking about redistricting out there, also blighted properties and how to get stuff back on the tax rolls and all of that kind of good stuff, along with crime and crime prevention. So I hope to see everyone there. It's always a pleasure to talk to all of you in District 2. And as we work our way through this redistricting and also the animal shelter and finding ways to increase our capital expenditures, and also finding a way to put money in neighborhood redevelopment as we get through this year, I look forward to hearing from everyone and everybody. Once again, as we always say, let's take care of each other in District 2. Speak up for those that can't talk for themselves, but most of all, love one another. And it's my pleasure to be your public servant.